I can't really believe that this is what it's come to, and just making a major change like this in my business, I didn't see it coming. So what I've done, all right, so pretty decent weekend. We have 49 orders going out on eBay, totaling a little over $1,200, and then another 6 on Poshmark sold over the weekend. So let's find out what sold. The first thing that sold was this Pendleton jacket, 100% wool. Just picked it up last week from Goodwill and sold within a week for $87 plus shipping. So this is just a Pendleton size small. It is quilt lined, and I think, yeah, I remember correctly, it was $14. I did pay up. I'm not usually spending $14 per item, but I saw that these went for even more. I think I could have priced it probably over $100. But yeah, I took a best offer last night and happy to get this going. That's one thing I've really been enjoying, is just spending a little bit more money and paying up for those items that are gonna bring in that higher average sale price. Here's another random item I took a gamble on. This was also from the same Goodwill. Actually, I went there on Sunday, so yesterday, and I picked this up new at tags. I think it's just a Kohl's brand, nothing special about it, but it was new at tags and it was half off. So I paid $3 for this item, and I took a best offer this morning of $13 plus $8.95 shipping. While it's not a huge, selling high-priced item, I am happy to take $3 of my money and turn it into $12, $15 profit. So great thing. And I love making money on the shipping. So if I know this is going to ship for $4 or $5 ground advantage, and I charge $8.95 shipping on all of my button-up shirts, that's a nice, almost the shipping pays for the item, right? That's just the beautiful thing of reselling. All right, and we sold these shoes. These are some Rockport men's shoes, size 9.5. They are new with tags. These took about 1.5 years to sell, and they sold for $15 plus $12.95 shipping. These came from the storage unit buyout I did a while back when I first started the channel. So nothing I would recommend picking up, just really looking to liquidate a lot of this inventory now. And we have these men's Nike XL basketball shorts. Actually, they were a 2XL, sold for $9 plus $8.95 shipping. So before we get into the topic at hand, I want to be able to just say, how you doing? How was your guys' weekend? How was your sales? I think hitting 48, 49 items selling over the weekend on eBay has been above average for me over the last couple months. And 6 or 7 on Poshmark. So it's really nice to see that, and we'll get into the big change that I made in my business over the weekend that kind of helped with those sales. But I hope you're all doing well. Sales have been doing good. One thing I've been focusing on more is just hitting up more thrift stores. I think the Goodwill bins is a thing of the past for me in my business model going forward. I'm really going to focus on just hitting up the thrift stores, and as well as doing more online and retail arbitrage, focusing on quality and not quantity. I am back to listing 20 items a day, and I'm doing the listings myself, because 20 listings for me takes about, at the most, 30 minutes. And if I can't find 30 minutes in my day to do those listings, then I shouldn't even be doing this business. So that's just me, because, take as long as you want to do your listings. But for me, doing listings for 3 years, I need to have that skill down by now. So doing the listings again, just so I can have complete control over the titles, the color, everything in the listing. And maybe I process that out down the road, but I don't mind doing 20 listings is not like doing 50 like before. So that's kind of the update for me. Really good, really awesome going to thrift stores, finding things like, things that I'm just not used to finding, especially in any wholesale or Goodwill bins. This Ren Spooner, we got this True Religion Pearl Snap, we have, this is okay, this is All-Terrain Gear Wrangler Pearl Snap, we got a Robert Graham, we have a Vince hoodie. Some good stuff, and I don't mind the cost of goods being $3, $4, $5 an item if that item sells for 20 plus shipping, even 30 plus shipping. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to share it all with you. We have these Nike Oregon Ducks sweatpants. They are kind of in roughed up condition. You could see here some fading. So University of Oregon sweatpants sold for $9 plus shipping. We had this True Religion men's shirt, size medium, sorry, sold for $9 plus shipping. This item is really old, over a year and a half old. So happy to get this item out of here. I'm gonna be going through some consolidation on my inventory coming up here in the next month. So always excited to do that so I could free up some more space in my business. But if you guys are getting into clothing and you wanna start reselling clothing, this is the way to go, to box everything up in sequential order so you're able to pull and pack your orders quickly. You know, this is one of the benefits. So we're looking for 7069. We just go to that shelf right here, 7069. There we go. We have a Kenneth Cole floral shirt, sold for $24 plus shipping. But going back to the shelving, in the boxes and the poly bags, you can find it all linked down below to help you grow your business. It is an investment, but I think it's an investment worth making because you're gonna get a lot of time back rather than digging through those tubs or piles of clothing on the floor. Get it more organized. Don't lose orders. This is the way to go. This leather jacket came from this mom and pop thrift store that I go to on a weekly basis, and it was half off. So they wanted $5.99 and it was half off, so it's $3. It is nothing special about it, but it is leather, which is what I like. So it is a plus size. The brand is called Live a Little, 100% leather, 2X, really nice size. It has some snap metal buttons here. Sold for $20 plus shipping, so not bad. I think I bought it about 2 to 3 months ago, so it did take some time to sell. Now I kind of want to get into, what I've done in my business over the last couple days. I can't really believe that this is what it's come to, and just making a major change like this in my business. I didn't see it coming. So what I've done is I've implemented a new strategy, and I think this is what it's going to be going forward. So I have almost 10,000 items in my store. I have a lot of those items being terrible items. I would say 5,000 of those items are not good. So what I've done is basically anything over 6 months old is being marked down 50% off. And by doing that, I've had great sales on eBay. Of course, right? No brainer. It's like, duh, yeah, you take 50% off the price, it's gonna sell, right? So, but I love that because I'm taking items that I bought 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and just getting them out of here. I'm not looking to hoard items and get the most price possible on every item, right? Especially if they aren't good items. So basically, putting that 50% off on items 6 months and over has allowed me to hit $450, $500 days, 3 days in a row. I can't remember the last time I've done that on eBay. It's been over at least a month, maybe 2 months, hitting 3 days in a row of $500 plus in sales. So that's woken up my store, and that is going to be the strategy going forward. I highly recommend, if you guys have a lot of fluff in your store, to do some kind of aggressive markdown sale, especially if you don't have space. I do have space, but my business model is changing. I want to get my store down to 5,000 items of really, really good items. So that means I need to be cutting down several thousand items just to be able to focus on those better items. So I love that. I'm going to document that going forward, but the sales have been strong since implementing that strategy. So right here is a perfect example of an item that shouldn't even be in my store. Pretty old SKU. This item's over a year and a half old. It's a Maurice's shirt, size small, and I'm really just looking to get it gone and get it out of my store. So I took it off for $4 plus $8.95 shipping, and those are the types of items that I'm not going to be putting in my store. And if you're new to the channel, you're probably wondering, why would you think to put that in your store in the first place? Well, this time last year, I was listing 50 items a day, and I was buying all bulk wholesale, bulk bales, and just taking whatever came that was in good condition and listing it. Never should that have been my strategy. I was trying to just fill up my store, get it to 10,000 listings, and in hindsight, you learn from those mistakes and you just look to shift, you know. And now all those items that I listed are all on 50% markdown, just looking to get them out of here. But never should I have put that in my store, and lesson learned. All right, so we got some Claiborne jeans going out, 7519. So can't blame me for this one. This is from a storage unit buyout. Never would I buy Claiborne anything, really. Maybe if it's silk or wool. But new tag jeans, these sold on a best offer of $24 plus shipping. Now here is a brand that is a pretty good one. You guys probably know it already. It's Alpha Industries. This is a men's large hooded jacket. So Alpha Industries, that's kind of what the tag looks like. It's got a American kind of flag on the back. Pretty nice sale right here. This was also a 50% discounted item. I think I had it listed for originally around $100. Just a cotton zip-up jacket, kind of lightweight, and it sold for $55.97 plus $14.95 shipping. This is an item I had over, let's see, it's coming up on 2 years since I bought those storage units. So almost 2 years, probably like 20 months since this has been listed. So that's not an ideal business model for me going forward. It works for some, but for clothing, I think I'm looking to try to get a sell-through rate at least under a year or sooner. So that makes 3 jackets going out so far over the weekend. I thought it was supposed to be warming up, but really happy to get these jackets out of the store, because once it does warm up, just the search volume on eBay for jackets just goes down dramatically. All right, now I want to get into answering some of your guys' questions. And if you have questions about anything, reselling, personal, business related, whatever, I'm here to answer them. I'm here to bring you guys value. Mr. Nice Guy asked, how long do you plan on keeping your reselling business going for? And I replied 1 to 2 years until my wholesale business gets established. So my reselling business is just a way for me to kickstart another business that I'm looking forward to starting, which is basically just a sales and marketing business within wholesaling real estate. But until that gets going and consistent, I'm going to continue to do reselling. So my plan is to be 1, 2 years, you know, continuing to do this. That's why I want to shrink my store size down, bring in better items, so I'm not shipping out Maurice's women's shirts for $4. So I'm looking to definitely get into more quality than quantity when it comes to the reselling business. But that's, you know, just my ballpark range of 1 to 2 years, you know, and until that other business gets established. When you start a business, it takes time for it to see consistent results. And when you're wholesaling real estate, that is a business where it's very competitive. It takes a lot of time to master the art of the process, right? So I have hired an employee to help with the calling while I do any reselling business activities. So that takes a lot of weight off of my shoulders of having to do reselling and then calling for 8 hours and then back to shipping and then back to photos. Now I have someone calling 40 hours a week while I can continue to thrift and, you know, run this business. So I don't want to jump ship on this business anytime soon, and you're going to keep seeing content from me for the foreseeable future, and you'll see the shift and the changes that I make, and that's just my plan. But plans change all the time, right? But I could see a couple years until all this is liquidated, and then me doing wholesaling real estate at a full time, where maybe we own some Airbnbs, some midterm rentals, and whatnot. So that's the plan. A lot of orders coming from this SKU number range, the 12,000. So this is a Cabela's men's medium button-up shirt, sold also for $9 plus $8.95 shipping. A brand that does okay for me, and say what you will, I pick it up, especially if it's, you know, a couple bucks. This is Talbot's women's plus size 24, kind of velvet velour style flowy pants. sold for $24.95 plus shipping, and maybe took about 4 or 5 months to sell. And we have these Guess men's jeans, new with tags, came from the storage unit buyout nearly 2 years ago. Very old SKU, 7470. These were on that 50% markdown sale that I suggested doing. So the model is Lincoln, size 3130, Guess jeans, sold for $40 plus shipping. And you know me if you've been on the channel for a while, I don't sell a ton of shoes, and that's about to change. I'm gonna be buying a lot more online arbitrage and retail arbitrage new shoes, because this is the last pair of Nikes that I bought last year around November. They're the Nike Reacts 8. You know, I bought 10 pairs and they all sold for $80, $90. I paid $21 shipped to my house for each pair. Each pair sold for between $79 and $89. That's why I'm going to do that going forward. I like that. I like it a lot. So these sold for $79 plus shipping, new with box, no cleaning. You know, like the list goes on, right? But I like that profit margin, and they, you know, I picked them up in November. It's now almost April, so it's not the fastest, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. So yeah, nice profit on these shoes, and that's something I'm going to be bringing in more and more into my store, new shoes. All right, so we're still selling a lot of winter gear, a lot of jackets, a lot of hoodies still. So these are some REI gloves for men, size small, sold for $9 plus shipping, and they were listed 6 months ago. This is a Buffalo David Bitton blazer. Took about 1.5 years to sell. It is corduroy. It is new with tags. Let's see. They were asking $134 at the store. These sold for $22.47 plus shipping. So another jacket going out the door. All right, so we got this women's Ralph Lauren full zip sweater, sold for, what did it sell for? It sold for $18 plus shipping. This was listed maybe 2 months ago or so. So right here we have a brand new, well, the tags are in the inside with the receipt, but it's a tote bag, canvas, Ralph Lauren. Probably could have gotten a little more for it, but it was listed over 1 year ago. It sold on a best offer of $20 plus $14.95 shipping. This is a men's Banana Republic button-up shirt, listed 2 months ago. So not too bad on the sell-through rate with such a saturated brand. This was a size small even, and it sold for $10 plus $8.95 shipping. Another very old item. These are some Blue Spice jeans, new with tags, sold for $12.48 plus shipping. All right, answering another one of your questions. This one's by Julie Sweeney 8655. What size are my clothing boxes? Great question. Get that asked quite often. They are 8 by 8 by 32. And the reason why I use that size is because, you know, they fit perfectly on these shelves, which are 24 by 48 by 72. And you can see they hang off a little bit here, which is fine. I don't mind that. Just as long as I have enough space to walk through my aisle. So another awesome option here is, let me show you the best that I can, is that I could fit 5 boxes across there without any problems. Yeah, it's a little tight, you know, when you're pulling these out, but you could shove them in between here and get 5 across. Typically you could hold, you know, probably 150 items depending on what's in the boxes per shelf. So 150, you know, so you could ideally hold, you know, almost 1,000 items per shelf, probably more like 800. But love the boxes because they are heavy duty, and you could find them linked down below. I think it comes out to about $2 per box. And the best part is if you're consolidating your inventory on a regular basis, it's like you buy the box once and you're done. You know, you're not having to constantly buy these boxes. So another investment that I highly recommend. I know that another size that's popular is 8 by 8 by 30 or 10 by 10 by 30. It just depends on what your planning on putting in them. For the most part, I could fit jeans, shirts, sometimes even jackets and hoodies in these boxes just fine. So yeah, love them. I definitely have spent a couple grand on boxes though. I'm still buying some plus size tops. Definitely not from this brand anymore, but just because I'm not going to be actively looking for it. This is a Maurice's plus size top 1X. Took over a year, probably a year and a half to sell. This sold for $9 plus $8.95 shipping. I know plus size tops are good. The only reason they're good is because the sell-through rate on that category for women's plus size tops is good. You know, 50%, 30%, 60%, sometimes 100% on some brands that aren't very good. You know, St. John's Bay, Croft and Barrow, Time and True, Terra Sky. Just type in those brands and type in 3X, 4X. Even some of the dresses like Old Navy plus size 2X, 3X. The sell-through rate's really good, but the ASP is not. So if you want to run that business model, go ahead. It works. This is a women's Oregon Ducks shirt, size 2XL, sold for $13 plus shipping. This is an Indigo Palms button-up shirt, brand new with tags. I think Indigo Palms is like a sister company to Tommy Bahama. This is like a size small, took over a year to sell, and you could see, you know, MSRP. That technically means like nothing, but it was 110 bucks and I sold this for $12 plus shipping. So MSRP, definitely, if you're trying to list items that have, you know, $400 MSRP, it's going to be hard to get that on the open market, especially on eBay. Some brands different, but definitely no one's looking for Indigo Palms these days. We have these brand new with tag Eddie Bauer jeans. They sold on a bundle, or a combined order, I should say, on eBay for a total of $20 plus $8.95 shipping. So these items were over a year and a half in my store. Here's a pair of stained Levi's 505s, good size. These did sell not too fast, a year and a half, but they did sell for $15 plus shipping. Most likely got these from a wholesale bulk bale or the Goodwill bins. This is an American Eagle romper, sold for $10 plus shipping. Now, someone asked on my Instagram the other day if I'm still doing like eBay store reviews and kind of how that process works. I have just opened that up. I'm happy to do any eBay store review to kind of help you with your titles, help you get things optimized. You can check out link down below where it will reserve your spot for an eBay store review, and I could take the time to kind of go through your store and then make some notes and put them in a PDF and send that video file and that PDF to you so you can make the changes, kind of help optimize your store. I'm happy to help. I want to bring as much value as I can to you guys, so don't hesitate to reach out. I've never seen so many orders over one weekend come from the same SKU. Like generally the 12,000 area has been really slow, but not this weekend. I've had probably over 10 orders from this 12,000 range. This is a J. Crew women's large shirt, sold for $9.50 plus shipping. But by running that markdown sale has really helped a lot of these older items get sold, which I'm really, really happy about. Another brand I won't be passing up is still American Eagle, especially in these bigger sizes. These are some American Eagle size 12 jeans, sold pretty fast. I listed them last month and they sold for $21 plus shipping. So I'm still going to be picking up American Eagle, and especially American Eagle men's jeans, which I think sell for a little bit more and a little bit faster than women's. Here are some Nautica shorts that sold for a whopping $17.95 plus shipping. I'm seeing a lot more shorts being sold because, of course, it's spring break and the weather is getting nicer. So pick up shorts, pick up tank tops, pick up lightweight stuff like linen, lyocell, rayon, silk, linen blend stuff, because that stuff is going to be selling. But these did also take a year and a half to sell, so don't pick up Nautica shorts. You know, make sure that the brands are good. Here are some Adidas joggers for men, size large, sold for $10 plus $8.95 shipping. So these were listed at $19,803. These were probably listed about 3 to 4 months ago. All right, so here are some LL Bean men's jeans, pretty big size, 38-30. That's pretty decent size. It's you know, don't want to pick up really anything over a waist 42, 44, just a lot less demand. But these sold, relaxed fit LL Bean jeans, sold for $22 plus shipping. Appreciate you all. Just want to continue to bring value to the channel. You can check out link down below where I have a few resources. I have an item specific guide. I have a Bolo clothing brand list. You could check it out and maybe it could help you go further faster with your keywords, with your item specifics, and also when you go out sourcing, you could maybe find some of those brands as well. I'm going to be updating a 2024 version so I could help a lot of those beginners out there to at least have a handful of brands to look out for when they go out sourcing. If you guys want more videos like this, you could check out this video right here and it could help you kind of understand what items are selling in my store. I appreciate y'all. Love ya. Take care.